I'm really excited because this is the first video in a series that you guys have asked me to do for quite some time. And that is how to create / edit videos for YouTube using the Note 20 Ultra. If you don't have a Note 20, if you have a Note 10, a Note 9, heck, even a Note 8, you'll be just fine.
If you have some other Android device,
75% of what I'm about to show you will still be usable, and I'll point out the differences along the way. Now, the major rule I'm holding myself to in this series is I must do everything using the Note 20 Ultra. I want to prove to you that if you have a Samsung Note 20 Ultra, that you have everything you need to make videos for YouTube. Over the course of this video series, once in a while, as I'm explaining something to you, you may wonder where I'm going and what's the point I'm trying to make. I ask that you please have patience and trust me. I promise that I'll get you to that aha moment where things fall into place, and then you'll understand why I explained it the way I did. I realize that many different people are watching this video. Some are total beginners, while others are in the middle looking for tips, and still others are looking to take editing to a whole nother level. The unwritten law of YouTube says that I should not cover all 3 levels in the same video. But I'm going to anyways. That's because I think you'll get more out of this if I show you something that's perfect for the level that you're on, but also give you a glimpse as to what's in store for you once you're ready to move up. The beginner level is just that. It's the easiest and in most cases the cheapest way of getting the job done, or the show me how to do this for free level. The intermediate level is a balance between making a small to moderate financial investment versus productivity. Or as I call it, I'm willing to spend some money to get better results level. Finally, the advanced level. We'll ignore all financial costs and just focus on what's the best way to accomplish the task. Or as I like to call it, show me the masterclass stuff level. I'm not going to show you how to set up a YouTube channel or how to pick a topic for your video. However, I will be covering that in a series that is already in production. To make sure that you don't miss a video in this series and to be notified of upcoming series, we invite you to subscribe to the channel. Are you ready? I've really boiled this down. This is the bare bones skeleton. Here are the topics or the workflow that I'm going to cover for you. The first is the gathering of ideas. Sounds like a Stephen King novel. Anyway, the gathering of ideas, planning, writing the script, which is using the ideas, recording the video, which is using the script, editing the video to make sure that we've got everything covered. Ideas. Let's get those ideas out of our head to someplace where we can work with them. Beginner level, paper. Even though I have all these fancy tools, sometimes just having a notepad and a pen is the best way to get started when inspiration strikes you. Intermediate level, Google Docs. Creating an outline or list in Google Docs is great because you can do it anywhere because it's cloud-based. Hey, wait a second. You said you were only going to use a Note 20, and there you are sitting in front of your PC. Well, allow me to retort. It's not a PC, it's Samsung DeX. If you already know what Samsung DeX is, you can use the chapter marker in the comments below to move on to the next chapter. But if you've never heard about Samsung DeX or don't know what it is, I truly wish I was with you right now, because what I'm about to tell you is going to make your jaw drop. Inside your Note 20 Ultra is a powerful hidden computer. In fact, Samsung phones have been able to be used as a desktop computer since 2017. All you need is an HDMI cable, a keyboard, and a mouse. And if you have a Samsung TV, you don't even need the cable. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to do as much of this in real time so you can see, because I already know this is going to blow your mind. Inside of your phone, there's a separate section in there that acts as a desktop computer. All we have to do is hook it up to a monitor and a keyboard, and we're all set. If you pull down, you'll see a button marked DeX. You can use any cable that's USB-C on one end and HDMI on the other. I'll put links for these down below. Go ahead and just plug in the HDMI. I'm going to plug my power into here. That's one of the reasons I like this cable, because when I'm using DeX, if I plug this in and I'm using DeX, now my phone's discharging. This way, my phone will charge while I'm using DeX. The other reason is because it gives me a USB-C port, which we're going to use for the keyboard, and it gives me a micro USB. I'm taking the adapter for the wireless keyboard, plug that in. All I do now is plug that into my Note 20 Ultra. You'll see it flash there for a second, and there we are, Samsung DeX. This is a fully functional desktop computer. I can now take my keyboard, and I can do Google Doc for just 1 second. So all the apps that were on your phone are usable. Maybe I don't have this kind of a keyboard, it's like $60. You could go with a Bluetooth keyboard. These are $30. Works just fine. I use this one a lot because I take this with me because I can fold it up and put it in my pocket. It is rechargeable, lasts about 12 hours on a charge. I can take it to somebody's house, plug it in, open it up. I've got separate mouse buttons here, and I have my full keyboard, and I'm all set and ready to go. You can go with the original Samsung DeX docks. They are more expensive, and you don't get anything more from them other than the fact that they look cool. Plug your HDMI monitor in, your power in, your USB-C, and instead of doing it that way, you would just plug it in like that, and it goes. Or you can go with the very first Samsung DeX dock. Plug that back in. You just plug that in, keeps it in the upright position. And after about 30 seconds, boom, there you go, you're all set. I also said you didn't even need the cable. If you have a Samsung TV, you don't even need the cable. We can do it with just a Bluetooth keyboard. Let me show you how that works. If you have a Samsung TV, go into your Note 20 Ultra, go to your buttons, click on Samsung DeX. It'll find the TVs. I only have one, but just click Start Now. You'll see it says connecting to Orman's Note 20 Ultra. And Bob's your uncle. This can stay in my pocket. It can stay on the coffee table. We are all set. And in fact, it still has the same document I was just working on. I'll use the Bluetooth keyboard, and that's it. For those of you who are complaining that you don't have a computer, your laptop is slow, your computer's slow, if you have a Note 20, Note 10, a Note 9, Note 8, you've got DeX, and you have a full desktop computer. That's Samsung DeX. If you want to learn more about DeX, you can check out the video I did 2 years ago. I'll put a link up above, and I will be doing a new video on DeX shortly. For the remainder of this series, you will see me sitting in front of a large screen or showing you full screenshots. I wanted to make it clear that I'm not using a computer. I am using the Note 20 in Samsung DeX mode. Let's continue with the intermediate level of the gathering of ideas.
We can use Google Docs to get the information out of our head. We can do ideas, writing, recording. We can go back through and put the other sections below that. It's better than writing on paper because we have it in a document that we can look at both in DeX and full screen as well as on our phone. The problem I personally have with this is that what we will soon end up with is something that looks like this. This just makes my head hurt. I prefer the advanced level, which I'll show you now. This is called Minddomo, and it's specifically for mind maps to dump things out of your head. Click on create a new mind map. I'm going to say how to create a YouTube video. Hit the enter key, and I'm going to say ideas. Hit the enter key, writing the script, and record video, and then we'll have edit video. Now I can come back up to ideas, and I'll hit the tab key, and I'll say, okay, paper. And for this one now, I'll just hit the enter key, and I'll say Google Docs, and I'll hit the enter key again and say Minddomo. We can move these around and continue adding things. And the idea is that you can just get the stuff out of your head, but I still need the outline format. You can switch between those formats. Click on View as Outline, You can continue working on it in this outline mode. Under Record Video, hit the tab key, Camera Settings, record the video on a tripod, microphone, and I can switch back and forth between these two views. Now I can go back to View as Mind Map, the one that I made for this video, and these are all the things we're going to be covering. And I can print it out and I can share it. You can add notes, add pictures, add audio, add video. This is my go-to program for getting the ideas out of my head and someplace where I can then work on them.
I've put a link to a Google Doc template that will help you gather your thoughts. There's also a Mindomo mind map link that will help you as well. Pen and paper, Google Docs, Mindomo, which one is best for you? Whichever one, I challenge you to use it to gather your thoughts so that we can create a video together. If you accept this challenge, click the like button and meet me back here with your results. In the next video, we're going to finish fleshing out the script and then start recording it. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button so you'll be notified as soon as the video is ready. Until the next time, this is the High Tech Nomad signing out.